They call it pre-wetting the streets. The UDOT drivers take this huge mound of salt, spread it throughout the road so that they are prepared before the snowfall even starts. The rocks behind me illustrate that the water is lower than its norm, but as for now it's on hold while people come and fish. Come Friday, they're hoping that all the fish are mostly gone and they will complete the draining process. Stores such as this one could have an option of being open not just Monday through Saturday, but Sundays as well. I'm Eliza Bishop. Welcome to Who, What, When, Where, Why for Monday, February 11th. It's called a quiet zone. It's customary for trains to sound their horn when they're coming to an intersection, but from the tracks that range from Provo to Salt Lake City, that won't be the case.
Technology advances in the movie industry are forcing a theater in Pleasant Grove to make an expensive change in the way they show their movies. As 11 News reporter Eliza Bishop tells us, the owners have no choice but to shell out the money.
The tapping sound in this real room will soon change to a quiet hum of digital machinery. About a year ago, Fox Studios told Water Gardens in Pleasant Grove that they are switching all their movies to digital disc instead of film by the end of 2013. If theaters don't make the transition, Fox would no longer supply them with movies.
And slowly but surely the rest of the studios have started to follow suit, and they're now eliminating film as well.
The transition is an expensive one. A year ago, this change would have cost around $100,000 per screen, but a year later, the price has come down to about half of that. Though the letter was sent a year ago, the question arises, why now? It's because it was more financially beneficial to this company. Water Gardens hiked ticket prices up about 6 months ago. The extra 50 cents per person is what's paying for the transition, and even then, that won't cover everything in time. Daniel says he'll still have to take out a loan. One thing the owners agree on, though, is even with the hefty price tag, digital projection is a positive step forward for the industry.
I think to the consumer, they're going to notice a much higher quality than they become accustomed to with film.
Water Gardens plans to knock out the whole project the week following Thanksgiving. In Pleasant Grove, Eliza Bishop, 11 News.
Another benefit from going digital comes in better accessibility for those with disabilities, including glasses that closed caption the movie for those who need it.
In Highland, businesses are closed on Sundays because of a city regulation, but that could soon change. 11 News reporter Eliza Bishop went to see how it might become a day of work. So, Eliza, how long has this existing regulation been in place? Well, you know, Kristen, since the 90s, Highland has had restrictions on Sunday business. The City Council passed a resolution recommending 7 days of business, but it'll take a citywide vote to make the repeal official. People in Highland have mixed opinions when it comes to Sunday business.
It gives us a day to, to be together and a day of rest. I think everyone deserves that and needs that.
But Highland homeowner Chad Copier says the issue comes down to fair application of the law in allowing people and property owners to choose what they want to do. Some fear tax generation is the reason behind this new option, that Sunday businesses mean more taxable revenue.
The taxes were part of the issue, but not the big issue. The big issue for driving it is should a city limit a business and dictate what they should be doing?
Many Highland homeowners say they enjoy the idea of their quiet community, and that businesses open on Sunday could ruin that.
People move here because they see something special, something fantastic. They want to be part of this. Let's keep this place the way we've got it.
The religious tradition of a Sabbath day plays a role as well, with most in Highland viewing Sunday as a day of rest. But some homeowners were quick to point out that just because businesses can be open on Sunday doesn't mean they have to be open, a sentiment shared by Kevin Johnson.
And we've never been open on Sundays. There would be no reason we would start.
The council is sending the issue to November's ballot box. If passed, businesses can open on Sunday but don't have to. So, Eliza, it sounds like the city council already voted, so why didn't that change the law? You know, Kristen, what they passed was a resolution of support, not an actual binding change to the ordinance. Instead, they're going to let the people decide. Okay, democracy in action. Thanks, Eliza.
Last night's snowstorm blanketed the higher elevations, though here in Utah County, nothing struck in the lower valleys. That doesn't mean those who care for our roads aren't watching the weather closely. 11 News reporter Eliza Bishop shows how they're preparing to deal with wintry conditions.
As fall temperatures drop low, UDOT jumps high into action. The process of preparation for oncoming snow takes more effort than people realize.
We've been fixing hydraulic hoses, we've been replacing blades, we've been replacing plow markers, we're checking all the tires, we're checking our wipers, all our lights.
Once the trucks are well tuned, preparing the roads becomes their biggest concern. They call it pre-wetting the streets. The UDOT drivers take this huge mound of salt, spread it throughout the roads so that they are prepared before the snowfall even starts. They keep salt water here in this brine hub. 24 hours before a storm comes, UDOT workers will drive their routes, spraying this mixture over the streets. This helps stop the snow from packing, which helps it melt faster.
It's a proactive way to make sure that the roads are safe. It's more innovative, it's cheaper, and it's a way that we plan ahead to get the things done.
For the first time at this Orem station, workers will have access to the toll truck, a vehicle that does as much work as 2.5 snow plows. It has not just the 12-foot blade in front, but also a trailing 27-foot blade, big enough to cover 2 street lanes. In Orem, Eliza Bishop, 11 News.
Since today's snow isn't sticking in Utah Valley, UDOT isn't spreading salt yet. Until then, Cole's team will continue performing dry runs, practicing their winter routes. Christmas is getting a bright and sparkly head start with the annual Festival of Trees. As 11 News reporter Eliza Bishop shows us, these aren't just your everyday decorations, and they're for a good cause.
From lollipops to pumpkins to Mickey Mouse, all kinds of decorations and themes are found on these trees. Tree donors give these decked out pines to the festival, but only after decorating them with their Yuletide pride.
We open our doors at 7 a.m. and they come in with all of their goods and wares and start setting up trees, and by the end of 7 p.m. this is a magical haul.
After the transformation is complete, it's lights, camera, auction. Bidders come from all over and purchase the trees, and the proceeds go to Primary Children's Hospital.
Everything that you see goes with the tree, is sold with the tree, and if you purchase the tree, it's delivered to your home, and we set it up just like you see it here.
Big or small, green or white, the trees come in many different sizes and colors, but every single one of them has a purpose and a story. More than half the trees have a special reason or person they are dedicated to. A group of 4 trees stand as a tribute to a family who passed away in a plane crash, one tree representing each member and decorated with keepsakes. These trees represent much more than just the holiday season. They represent children, families, and the giving community. In Sandy, Eliza Bishop, 11 News.